Good afternoon from AlphaCars. My name is Tom, coming to you from our Northampton location, and today we're going to be taking a look at this 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLE350. This GLE is currently showing just over 80,000 original miles, and if you would like to see a high-resolution detailed photo set, please reference the listing at alphacars.com. There, of course, you will also find a free included Carfax report, alongside a long list of technical data related to the vehicle's remaining tire and brake life, as well as individual readings from each panel using our paint depth gauge. But today I'll take you on a quick condition overview around both the interior and the exterior, as well as showing you some of the more notable features. So starting here on the exterior, you'll find it finished in a brilliant pearlescent white paint scheme. The paint shines beautifully in the sun, as we just saw on the other side, and we'll go back there in a moment. First thing I always like to show is a really close look down the body, looking for any dings, dents, or scratches. Any irregularities in how that light reflects off the panel are going to highlight even the smallest of dings. As I make my way down the driver's side, it all looks really nice here, perfectly straight and clean. Looking here at the wheels, generally very nice condition, as you can see. Only a little bit of an imperfection there at the very top, but otherwise, from what I can see, it all looks very nice. That two-tone gray and machine finish is just a lovely look. Looking here at the front, you'll see some small imperfections from about 10 o'clock to around 1 o'clock, but otherwise presents very well. Looking at the running boards down the side, they're free of any major scuffing or scratching. Mirror caps look great as well. Looking at this hood, condition is beautiful here at the front fascia. Looking at the vents with the black and chrome two-tone trim, that looks fantastic. Looking directly into the sunlight, very few imperfections here on the hood. It looks very good. Headlight lenses are crystal clear. They have a really nice set of accents inside, like that frosted silver and chrome that really brighten up the front end. It matches beautifully with that front grille. As you can see, chrome and silver, just as we saw in the headlights. Front bumper cover itself is free of any major rock chipping that I can see, which is very impressive. Chrome trim along the bottom looks great as well. And as we make our way here to the passenger side, we get that direct sunlight. Looks fantastic, and you can see just how much brighter the paint is here once it gets some natural light. Looking at this wheel, very nice condition, beautiful shine in the sun. Going again very close to the body. It's a bit harder to see here on this side on the camera because of how bright it is, but hopefully you can see some of that metal flake in the paint. Presents beautifully. It's a bit easier to see with the naked eye, and looking down the side of the car, I don't see any dings or dents whatsoever. Looking here at the rear wheel, fantastic condition. Now, here at the rear of the vehicle, taillight lenses are crystal clear. They look fantastic. All of your badging here is in bright, beautiful chrome, GLE350, and of course 4Matic, as this vehicle is fitted with the optional all-wheel drive system. Chrome accent trim just below the Mercedes star, and here at your load floor are free of any scuffs or hard water spots. It's really nice to see when this particular piece of trim isn't scuffed up. That shows at least somewhat that the owner beforehand really did care when they were loading up cargo, not dragging it across their nice rear bumper cover here. Looking at the lower portion, those dual chrome exhaust outlets look great. You have some more lower chrome trim, as well as that tow package with the Mercedes emblem cover. And that will bring us neatly to the interior. Making my way inside, you'll find that beautiful white exterior paired really nicely with a bright beige leather on the inside. This driver's seat only showing kind of expected wear with those light wrinkles, but the color has held up nicely, and the outer bolster looks great. Hopping inside, nice solid close on the door, and all of the outside noise falls very quiet once you shut that door. That is the build quality you would expect from a manufacturer like Mercedes. Nice silver start button there with the key in my pocket. Engine fires up nicely with no strange warning lights or messages on the screen. Just the parking brake is on, and that seatbelt reminder which went away. Looking at the steering wheel ahead of me here, buttons in great condition, nice and clean, none have worn out. Nice wood grain at the top and the bottom with the leather for your hands on either side. You have here your seat controls, memory settings, and your window controls. All of those have held up very nicely as well. That's one thing you always want to look at in this era of Mercedes. People tend to scratch and scrape at these, and it can wear away the text, so it's great to see this still looks good. Dashboard is in great condition, all that material looking brand new. Nice screen here in the center. If you see any flickering, that's only due to the camera's effect. Maybe if I change zoom, it'll slow down, but here to the human eye, it's perfectly steady. There's nothing to worry about there at all. Pop it into reverse and you'll find a nice top-down 360 view camera as well as a reverse camera. If I put it in drive, you'll also see out the front, which is great if you're approaching a high curb and you want to protect that nice chrome trim on the bottom of that front bumper. Looking a bit lower, we have more controls, all looking absolutely stunning. And just beneath that, these silver controls have features like your heated and ventilated seats, which is great having air-conditioned seats in the summer. You also have your parking sensor control, your traction control, and your hazards. Looking just beneath, your climate controls also look fantastic. The auto function is really intelligent in these cars, very nice for convenience and everyday use. Looking just beneath that, this nice roll-away wooden cover that reveals cup holders, but they're not just any cup holder, as the first look might tell you, with those metal walls inside. Using this control here, you can either cool the drinks in these cup holders or you can heat them, and you can see that ambient lighting reflects whatever condition you've selected with that switch. That metal wall allows for a thermal exchange, and those walls can get hot or cold depending on what you have in your cup holder, and it's a really nice feature. Or of course you can turn it off and just have a cup holder. You also have an ashtray here, which has clearly never been used, and a nice power outlet with an optional cigarette lighter inside. Looking at these controls just ahead of me here, this controls your infotainment system just there, and you have your drive mode selection and various other drive mode functions there. All of this looks great. Nice double armrest here, which folds open to reveal some storage just above my head. Nice big, let me back out the camera here. Nice big pane of glass above my head and above my rear passengers. If I'd like, I can close that screen. I always like to show these operating both extending and retracting to show that they don't bunch up or have any rips or tears. One more just to show those opening back up and allow some natural light into the cabin. It's a really, really nice place to be. So before we take a look at the second row of seating, let's take a quick look under the hood and see what's to be found there. All right, so now here under the hood, just as we've seen on the rest of the car, it's very clean under the hood, so there's not a whole lot of things to point out. You can see all of your fender hardware, showing no marks on the edges there, which would reveal if they've been removed recently. You can see body has not come apart here at the front. That all looks extremely clean. All your reservoirs look great. I mean, just look at that ABS module there. Still glistening, stickers still on. Everything looks exactly as it should. Looking down the front cover on the motor, it's all very, very clean. This is one of Mercedes' best engines from this era. It's proven to be extremely reliable, but it still provides that nice, smooth Mercedes power delivery that you would expect. It's got a nice sound, plenty of torque, and a little bit over 300 horsepower. I believe it's around 302 to be specific. Paired to a 7-speed automatic transmission, it's just a lovely powertrain. Gets around 23 miles per gallon, which in a vehicle of this size is pretty great. If you're buying a Mercedes from this era, that is one of the engines you should have the least concern with. Now looking here at the second row of seating, you'll find those same awesome materials that we found in the front. These seats are in just about perfect condition. Door cards look great as well. We also have these nice little sunshades that can pull into place and be retracted. Hopping inside, I did not position the driver's seat where I usually drive, so I want you to get the most comprehensive view here. So you can see where I have the driver's seat is extremely far back. So I'm going to put the seat right about where I would comfortably drive the car. So knee just about near that dash. Steering wheel still nice and close to me with a bent elbow. So now, with that in mind, I'll hop into the back. I'm about 6'4" for scale for your passengers, so that's about how much room I would have. And climbing in, I have loads of space. I would have fit with it as it was before, but I wanted to give a more realistic look. So 6'4" behind 6'4". It's a really spacious place thanks to this cutout in the back of the seat. I have loads of space. Nice climate control vents for me just there, and a bit of storage, as well as a fold-out storage drawer as well. Nice armrest drops down between the seats with some cup holders. And as I saw before, that really nice glass roof comes in handy. So the last thing we'll take a look at is that storage space in the rear. Now the all-weather mats were fitted in those second row seats, but now as I open up the back, you can see the remaining all-weather mats for the front occupants there. in very nice condition. We also have the original carpets. Very spacious area here in the back, black carpet, which is going to keep it looking extra clean. You also have this nice privacy blind, which pulls into place to keep any eyes from seeing what you may or may not have in the back. And then that springs back nicely. One touch operation is going to drop down this hatch, or it can also drop down and lock the vehicle if you're walking away. So, beautiful Mercedes-Benz from a lovely era with a great powertrain, and it's in excellent condition. This is a really nice find, and I hope you'll come check it out. So thank you so much for watching. Hope to hear from you soon. Have a great day.